Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. Today we journey back into the From the Vault Rudy. We're not doing Alpha or Beta today. We're not doing Arabian Nights today. We're not doing Unlimited today. Per patron request and you all, we're going to do Antiquities today. Sit back, relax for a long conversation on the worlds of Antiquities. No graded cards today, just raw ones. And hope you guys enjoy the video. Sit back. Have a beautiful day. So to start this off, just remember folks, the way I kind of do everything is we have this cheap old high school Rudy 3-ring binder. And when it comes to high-end old magic that, nobody cares about anymore, back in the day, I graded a lot of the high-end cards that I felt I could get PSA 10s back in, starting in 2005 all the way through 2012 in that particular era. Cards that I felt I could get those 10s, I kind of pulled off and broke up sets and things like that. For example, and then after that, I would build complete sets. So for example, in this particular little binder here, we have 4, 5, or 6 complete sets of Antiquities. I think we're around, I don't have an exact answer if you guys are curious how many sets of Antiquities I have. I'm not really sure. I'm going to guess around the 50s would be my guess. So I would extract cards for grading back in the day, in my young days. And then I would build complete sets with cards that I either played or near mint to minty and things like that. So this is just a regular complete set of Antiquities. We're going to skim through this just to give you guys an idea. You can see I always did my own color sorting from black all the way to artifacts to green, red, blue to white. And then you've got all your specialty lands, your workshops, your mines, of course, your Tron lands. And then that's it. That'd be a whole complete set. So then I would start set number 2 here. You would see a little sign card there. And you would see kind of same thing. The blacks, the artifact browns, the green. Again, remember, Antiquities has like, what, 8 cards? No, I'm sorry, 7 cards. I mean, of each color. 7 blue, 7 white. Then you got all your specialty lands again. And of course, yes, usually the workshop is kind of like right there. I didn't see the other one. Was the workshop in the other one too? Was there a workshop? Yeah, same place. Okay. So you'd have a workshop kind of thing. Now remember, when I acquired, I've shared this notebook before many, many years ago. Again, same thing. 7. You got a bunch of artifacts, because again, Antiquities is based around artifacts. And remember back in the day when these particular sets in this binder were purchased and accumulated, candelabras, I think they were $35 a card, if I recall correctly, everybody. It was definitely a very different world, everybody, which is kind of funny because I think like Suchi was like maybe 10, 20 bucks. So it was a really weird time. Again, 7 green, blue, red, white, and then your land, your workshop. And then it starts over again. You got another complete set, black, all your artifacts, same thing. You got your 7 green, red, blue, white, workshops, winters, variants, mines, Tron, same thing. And then it would just reset over and over again. So again, same thing into the lands, blue, white, and of course, workshop. So I would do that. And of course, when you store these, be very careful. Always pull the sleeves out. Make sure the binder, so you do not have binder damage for my high-end, cheap high school binder there. So always make sure on that. Now, then what I would do as I got older, I was older and started building, then I started building the big boy sets. So I started using the high-end professional binders, made my own thing here, as you can see with like set logo, the really good Ultra Pro binders here. And then as I got older here, let me move the camera and adjust everything, starting about 2010 through about 2015-16 range is when I really started to expand my old school vintage collection, because I wanted to just be complete. I just lost my mind, went crazy, and I went crazy. So I stopped doing complete sets of Antiquities, and I just focused on, well, just accumulating the goal similar to Arabian Nights, as I wanted to hit at least like 100 card of every single card in the set, period, and technically that would eventually give you complete sets. As you're going to see in this video, well, I crushed that goal on many things, and other things I did not. So if you want to start here, for example, Haunting Wind, you have 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, and then so you got about 70 Haunting Winds right there. Again, God, I'm getting old. I was never a huge fan of the card. I understood it always had some value, some uniqueness, and never really found its place. Gorgeous art is what it is. Now, Gate the Phyrexia was the card that I was obsessed over for many times when I was younger. So again, as you're going to see, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99. Oh, God, really? 108, 117. Jeez, really? 126, 135, Boy, am I really that good at math? Huh. 144, 153. So 154 copies of Gates. And again, this is just in the collection. Now, the items you're going to see in these particular God books of the Rudy is that these are things that I would merge with all the collection buying from around the country and around the world. Now, I have not merged or updated my collections or these God books from the vault. These have not been merged with new collections now since 2023. I've been so slammed this year because the market turned and I've just been so busy. Everything you're seeing in this video, these binders have not been updated and merged with new collections since last year. So you can probably add 20-30% of all the cards that are not in this. So remember, you have the graded card position, then I was building complete sets. And this is where I scrapped grading cards in modern times. I stopped building sets. I just did this. So in this binder, again, not many candelabras. What do you have, 918? So 918. So this one has 24 candelabras that are not graded and not in complete sets. So 24 extras, if you want to use that terminology. Again, nowhere near 150, Gate to Phyrexias. Because again, I know it's crazy. Back in the day, this was $5, $10. Candelabra was like 30 bucks. So again, I never viewed, when I accumulated a lot of these, I didn't view this as the hot card, okay? I just loved it for the artwork. That was my favorite thing. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of art from Douglas over here, infamous scribble signature guy. I didn't view it as a huge investment thing. It was just something I loved, but as you can tell, my passion for like Gate to Phyrexia, I loved this card. I thought the shenanigans and fun things, uniqueness and the art and everything. This was Sandra, right? Yeah, Sandra. And I just thought it was cool. But again, not complaining. I know some of you are going to watch this and go, only Rudy would complain that he has 24 extra candelabras, not in the complete sets, not in the graded slabs, just loose extras. Yeah, I know. So then you go to the old coffins. I'll be blunt. You're going to make fun of me. The reason I was attracted to the coffin when I was younger, I know you guys are going to laugh at me. You're going to laugh. Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. This card reminded me of Samus? The female character you play, the badass chick. She was like the leader female chick character you play in Super Metroid. At the end of it, she would take off her armor, and depending on how good you were in the game, she'd wear her outfit, the armor, or like a bikini. Like it was like a Super Nintendo thing from like when I was a teenager. So this card reminded me of that. That was my favorite part of the coffin. Past that, I was never a big fan of the mechanic. I thought it was overpriced. I'm not a big fan of the card. I understand today it is kind of viewed a little differently, but not a huge fan. So again, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Oh, some signatures. Oh, is that wait, is that a Chris? That's his Chris Russ. Is that a Rudy Rush signature? Crap, I forgot. 54, what was I saying? 54, 63, so 72. Okay, so maybe 75 extra coffins, not in complete sets, not in graded slabs, nothing like that. So in the excess binders here. Moving on. So now you got the old Might Stone, Weak Stones. I don't know, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. I don't even know. There's around 100. Not a big fan of the card. I liked Might Stone more than Weak Stone. I always thought Weak Stone was just the worst one ever. But I still don't like either one of the cards. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. Don't really care. Okay, more importantly, bigger cards. Now, cards like the old Tetris over here when I was a kid, loved the card. Love this card. I always thought this was an underplayed card. It wasn't reserve list. They've reprinted and everything. Same with the old beep boop bop bop guy. But again, look at this card though. This one, Rudy position, pretty small. 918, what, maybe 26 extras? The old Triskelion robot, 91827. So maybe 35 extras, not in sets and not in slabs. Now, I love Suchi, so you're going to see the difference. 918. I think, yeah, this is another Chris Russ. And these signed, 91827, 36, 4. Oh, there's one down there, 45, 54, 63. So maybe 65, 66, 67. Suchi, I love Suchi. I always thought that was an awesome card. I love that card back in the day. This one was one in 2022, 2023. I added to the binder here that was in the commons because Alter became a thing. Not really a big fan of it. I just threw some in here. There's so many. I have to go through the 10, 20,000 Antiquity bulk stuff. I'm sure there's a ton of these. I just recently put those in there about a year or two ago. I didn't realize it was kind of creeping up in price and everything like that. Same thing, Ivory Tower. I started adding some of these back here. I did not think that this particular thing was really going to be worth much. I was first introduced to Ivory Tower in 4th edition in 1995-96 range because it was whiteboarded and reprinted many times. Same thing when I was younger. I have a personal thing with like vintage books and things. I like really unique old books. So anything with books and artifacts, I just thought it was really cool. I know the tomb here isn't really that big of a deal. Same thing. Colossus of Sardia, I added this recently, but I'm not a big fan of it. I never liked the card. When I was a kid, it was a big stompy Timmy card, so it was a thing. So I added it in there. So now you come over here. Here's another example here. You got the Silex over here. So in this notebook, as you guys know the history with me, there's only 18 of these things, and that one's like damage. So there's only 18 of those. Do I have it around here? Hold on, son. I'll be right back. Hang on. Sit tight. Sit tight. I'm coming back. I promise I'm coming back. I'm looking. Hang on. All right. We'll go with this. This is good. So again, what you guys are seeing, I've been really behind in inventory. So here's a good example. I want to show you guys. Ready? It's covered. Look at this. Look at this, folks. Look. It's covered. And that's how long and behind I am on everything. Like, it's literally covered in dust and everything. Anyways, the point is, a lot of these cards and things, that are not in the binder, here's, I think, 300 copies that I have not put in the binder or anything like that. So I wanted to kind of share. I've been pretty behind and crazy on a lot of these things. So, I'm showing you guys some binders. This is just interesting stuff. And honestly, I kind of want to just pull this stuff out. I've had a couple patrons asking, like, show some old Rudy God stuff and everything. And I haven't done it in a while. Minor. Hey, the Coral Helm. Hey, wait a minute. That was an Amy Weber one with the artist proof with a sketch. Very cool. So I just want to pull some of this out. Honestly, I'm kind of doing this for me because, as you guys can see, I haven't really done this in so long. It's covered in dust. I haven't updated anything. It's been a while. That's just kind of... So here's another one. I just went and grabbed another one. So now we're in green. So now Antiquities, again, if, like I told you guys already, in the complete sets and graded cards, Antiquities only has like 7 green cards. And it's funny because now remember, these are not like people... Wait a minute, this one has a different color palette. Is this one counterfeit, Rudy? Look at the green on this particular Power Leech. There is variances, and there is something called wax Antiquities. It's real waxy. There's some different variants and things. Okay, so same thing. Power Leech, I don't know how many I have. 1927, 36, 49, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108, 117. So here's about 120 just in this binder, not in the complete sets and not in any form of graded slabs, okay? Power Leech, phenomenal card. Not going to discount it. Yes, I call it Citadel Druid. I know it's Sentinel Druid. Absolutely phenomenal card. Power level, I always felt this was a severely underpriced, underrated card. Just my opinion. The fact this is an old school card and it's a 2-drop for 1/1 and you can pop counters and everything. And again, old school Magic, everybody uses artifacts. I always thought this was a phenomenal card. Again, same thing. I don't know, 98, 36, 4, 54. Signed 163, 72, 81, 90, 100, 110, 120, I don't even know, 130. So maybe 130, 140 Druids. And yes, when you see the variants in the green, all that, that's just the different printings. They are all authentic. That is just the differences. The Avenger, I never liked this card, but I always thought back in the day in 2017 through 2019, I thought we'd see some buyouts in activity on the Avenger. Never really happened. Same thing. The dark palette, light palette, you are going to have the variances. You can see the green matches there, and the green matches here. See that? Anyways, bunch of Avengers. Not very many. Maybe 25 Avengers. Shatterstorm. Interesting card that this was a bulk one that I had in my 10,000 plus bulk area. I've recently by 2022 and 2023, I moved some, put them in the binder, and these would be more recent. I actually started kind of putting some in here, but I just started doing that. I didn't realize that was ever really a thing. Same thing with like the Recall. When I was younger, I never viewed Recall as anything decent, okay? So these I would treat as bulk and crap because, again, when I was a kid, I was first introduced to this card, Hercules Recall, when it was reprinted in 4th edition. I was never a big fan of the card, so I didn't realize the original was like a thing. But there's still not even, there's maybe 30 copies in here. Okay. Power Artifact, which going to be Transmute, will be next. So this is an interesting one. Okay, so Power Artifacts, okay. All right. So Power Artifact and Transmute, just recently, we are seeing some actual bid and activity and price increases and repricing in these old power artifact transmute kind of thing. I'm not sure what the true value is of these things. I know in this binder, here's my loose ones and all that. But in my opinion, I'm not really sure. I don't know, what is that, 100 copies? I'm not sure what that is, 90, 27, 36, 4, 54, 72. Okay, about 100 copies, let's call it. And then, transmute's going to be about the same thing, you guys. These are the two blue power cards in this set have always been a very, I don't want to say controversial or hot topic, but they've always been a very popular, very iconic just piece of, I don't know. Because this is a set that has 7 blue cards, right? I mean, 2 of the 7 blue cards, in my opinion, are extremely overpowered. So it's, I don't know, they always favored blue. Blue cards were always overpowered. Am I right, everybody? Just super weird, but I don't know. I don't want to do a whole video and just ramble on that. Let me get the next binder for you guys. Hang on. All right. Coming in hot. So here we go, Antiquities again, into the white cards here. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to be honest with you all. The Archaeologist is one of my all-time favorite Magic the Gathering cards in the history of Magic the Gathering. Okay? It's artifacts. It's a creepy little nerd guy that just digs stuff up. It was one of the few, if not only, creatures I've seen in old school Magic that can literally just pay 2 mana, tap, and bring artifacts from graveyard, not to play. It goes to your hand. But he has the ability to bring artifacts back after destruction. This was always a very, I always felt this should have been a $500 to $1,000 card. Now, this was a card that I did expand and I did speculate on, so I got to hundreds of copies. This binder alone should have 19, 27, 36, 45, 63, 72, 81. So this binder has over 100 just in the binder, not including the complete sets, not including the graded or anything. And yes, Amy Weber, I do have her some of her special archaeologist artist proof sketches over here. Absolutely love it, okay? Now, the market disagreed with me. The market never, even in the boom of 2021 COVID and crazy thing, it never got repriced like, some overpowered moat or Eureka, drops of honey, and all these other different things that happened in Magic's history. It just didn't. But again, I don't regret it. Honestly, I should probably buy more since they haven't done anything. But next we move into Damping Spear. Hate the card. Nothing. There's a ton. I hate the card. Don't like it. Same thing. Martyrs. Don't like the card. Think it's trash. Don't like the card. Okay. Fun stuff here. Now we go to the lands for good old Antiquities. Okay. So strip binds. Okay. I think I sorted these about a year or two ago in 2022. I remember going through this. Did I sort the version of the art, or are they random? Maybe I did sort the art. I don't remember. Did I sort the art on these? The art looks... Okay, there's Tower. Okay, maybe I did. I can't remember. Maybe I sorted the different arts on these things. I don't remember. I think so. Hold on. I think so. So anyways, the lands, remember, Antiquities is one of the most infamous Magic sets in history, and in my opinion, it'll always be this way. Antiquities are known for antique artifacts and special land. That was always a thing. The browns and the grays, okay? These are the 2 color palettes in this particular set that were just absolutely power level off the chart, and just the engineering from Richard Garfield, these guys, and R&D in the early days is second to none. It's just an absolute amazing thing. Obviously, you've got your workshops that are completely crazy. This binder, I've only got 1 page in here. So this particular thing, I only have 18 because remember, I graded a lot of the workshops. So any workshop I felt could get like even a 9 or above, I graded a long time ago. So this binder only has 18 extra workshops. And I already know the comment section is going to be, only fucking Rudy would say only 18 extra workshops as a disappointment and an embarrassment. I already know. The comment section is going to be hashtag only 18 workshops. Say that below. That's how I know you actually watched 20 minutes of this video of me rambling. And honestly, I wanted to look at my cards. So I figured I'd film a video, let you guys look at my cards with me, because I haven't pulled these out in so long. I haven't pulled it out in so long, folks. Giggity. Okay. Workshop, I knew from day one. Everybody knew from the early days. Workshop was always a thing. There's no way to discount Workshop, the value, what it was going to be, and everybody knew, okay? There was no discounting that Workshop started off crappy like Bazaar Baghdad. Later on, the market realized the power level. No, don't give me that shit. Workshop, from day one of release and printing in the early 90s, was a powerhouse. Everybody knew, okay? Full stop, okay? All right, winter, okay, so now here's another one. When I was younger, we didn't know winter, at least I didn't. I didn't know winter factories was that big of a deal. I remember trading a lot of these things. I remember not caring about. I didn't realize that I thought they were all the same rarity. I didn't think that it really made much of a difference of the art style on all these factories. I thought all these factories were just, oh look, there's just tons of factories. I didn't think it really mattered or anything. I just assumed that factories were, well, they were just factories. I didn't know that there were going to be different value in the future. I didn't know there was different rarities of the factories. I just thought it was cool they had different art on the same card. So, I'm not going to get the next binder. The next binder, folks, is literally just like 2,000 Tron lands. It's just Tron lands. Nobody cares. I want to kind of do some closing comments and closing statements. I'll let you guys look at like some winter stuff or something cool here. Here, I'll let you guys look at, here you go. Here's some winter factories. And here you go. I'll let everybody look at that. So, I don't know how much upward mobility and I don't know how much positive future pricing in investment opportunity, all these, whatever word you want to use, I don't know how positive it is going to be for cards like this in the future. Let me explain what the arguments on the internet are. Number one, everything Wizards does is garbage and everybody hates everybody. The world's going to come to an end. Argument number two, proxy this, proxy that, my store is proxy, rich people go to zero, proxy, rah, 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 everything's garbage, Argument number three, old guys like Rudy are just getting older, it ain't gonna matter, nobody cares. Young people don't care. New magic to the moon, anything old, you can get buried with it, it's all going to zero, you're all, you did it to yourselves, I hate you, rah, rah, rah. Argument number four, nothing's changed. This is the Rudy argument. Nothing's changed. The market cycle is still a normal market cycle. Old magic is still out of favor. And we are on still the bottom of the swing of the market cycle for vintage magic. And if that argument comes true, sometime between now and the next 5 years, the market cycle will turn and we will have another major leg up. I still think it's a probable thing. Now, with recent news with Wizards and Commander, the banning, the Jeweled Lotus, and the Mana Crypt thing, we've seen a little activity in old cards because people are realizing, oh God, But then other people say, no, I'm done with Magic after what Hasbro Wizards did, and the Rules Committee. Yeah, I don't know. Whoever did what doesn't really matter. And, I don't know what all these moving components are going to be because they're all pulling in different directions, and we don't know who's going to win that tug of war. We do know is that I still believe, and I'll say it for the first time in a long time, I still think these are museum quality pieces of history for the cardboard world. This is the very first CCG in the early 90s with the very original base set expansions of the Four Horsemen, Antiquities, Arabian Nights, Legends of the Dark. This is the framework products that did everything to our era. And I still believe these things are incredibly special. And I don't think the market understands the true value of these items yet. And I don't know when or where or how or what will change in the future. But as of right now, that's just where it's at. Nobody really knows. There's speculation, but right now, this stuff is out of favor. As they say on Wall Street, sometimes the oil and energy markets are hot on the stock market. Then the China stocks become hot in the stock market. Then everybody just wants chips and tech stocks. The market cycles and what is in flavor and what's the cool kid versus what's not the cool kid is always going to shift. Now, if you've been around this YouTube channel a long time, you probably do pay attention to little things and you'll notice things. Number one, I plan on publishing my first video where I have pinball machines behind me. I've never done that before. Or maybe you're watching this, I already published it. And, pinball machines skyrocketed and got insanely overpriced. And I refused to buy them. And now, well, everything's tanked and come back, and now I've been able to buy some really cool things. 18th, 19th century original fine art, museum quality art, is at a 20, 30-year low. Very interesting, because it's out of favor. Any of that kind of stuff. It's the same category of antiques where, Persian rugs. Nobody wants that stuff. That's all stupid. It's the same thing with original art and different, the society goes through swings, eras, and culture and styles change. And, historically, you don't want to be the people chasing the trend and the hottest thing. Sometimes it's not always the smartest to buy the hottest stock on Wall Street after it's gone up 1,000%. Easy money's been made. You can still do well, but most of the money's been made. Doesn't mean it can't keep going, but it is what it is. That's where things are at. So I leave you all with this. I still love this stuff. I'm very curious to see what the views are on this video, because I haven't done an old From the Vault Rudy, an old card. I haven't done this in a while. And I'm very curious to see how much you all and how much engagement, how much excitement there even is on products like this now. So I'm going to publish this video. That's the end of my talk. Long story short, for those of you who sat through it, I don't expect much near-term activity. I'm questionable whether or not this stuff is investable long-term. I'm not sure anymore. I've invested heavily in it. I don't know if it's going to be smart or not. These things may have no future. Maybe the prices stay flat or they go negative the next 20 years. Nobody really knows. But I can tell you this, I still enjoy it. And even if the prices don't go up, I don't regret the path I chose, the money I parked in these, and the memories, the deals, and just looking at it alone is enough to make me happy with my choice. And I hope you all feel the same way when you buy cards and boxes and all that, okay? Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a beautiful day out there. And remember, folks, no one with a common sense mind is ever going to tell you that these cards are going to beat the S&P 500 or some stupid thing. We do this because we enjoy it, and we feel it's a good place where it can hold value. And historically, they've done well, and hopefully the future is favorable for all of us. Hopefully the odds may forever be in our favor.